Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of our community. If you're enjoying yourself and you're new here, don't forget to hit that little follow button. We're here every Wednesday, the same time, 8 p.m. We start off with some cooked or cracked, some viewer submission clips, and then straight into follower games. Anybody can play, doesn't matter what skill level, doesn't matter what rank you are. You can get involved with these games. Now, I can't deal with that. All right, jump into your channels, get ready for the draft. I'm assuming you've all got your roles ready to go. And I'll jump in over to our streaming channel. Hello, Sweet. How are you?
How do I sound? Is my mic go good?
It actually sounds fantastic, mate. Very clear.
That's great. That's great to hear.
Optimized,
No, I'm so
one might say.
all right.
I'm excited.
No, I'm so excited.
I'm excited to have you here, mate. So let me get this straight. This is your very first live casting of anything.
Yeah, this is my first live casting. So I cast a lot in my free time. So I've got a casting YouTube channel. It's my passion. I love doing it. But this is my first time. It's my first time live casting anything.
Yep.
And no, I'm looking forward to it. I think if it's anything like some of those cooked or cracks that we just saw, this is going to be something special, man. There was some insane stuff going on there.
Yeah, we've got some pretty crazy players that we're pretty lucky. We've got skill sets all around. I remember when I started, there was like 2 or 3 players that were maybe immortal rank who would absolutely annihilate every week.
I know what you mean. Scrolling through the lobby, I'm just looking at the ranks, and it's crazy, dude.
In that time, they're all ranked higher than me now. I'm completely dog shit. Like, I was never good at the game as it was. Let's be fair. Let's be honest. But, it's great to see the way they've all come along. And, you know, when you get golds playing with immortals, you start to see them all start to really... They live their game, man.
Yeah, I know what you mean. No, you're talking to Valorant royalty. I think I finished silver last episode. With about 10 games played. Silver 2, in fact. So
excellent. Fantastic.
Big shit for me. And Plat 1 is my peak. And I will be honest, I got boosted by this guy who's cracked at CS. And we just played together. And he boosted the hell out of me, bro.
I love that,
He was dropping 40 bombs every game. I was playing Omen going like 0-10. It was...
Well, just like a true caster, we don't necessarily have to be mechanically good at the game. We can know it, right? Right? Exactly, that's what we tell ourselves anyway.
Speaking of knowing it, I'm looking in the top left of this draft here. And I have it on good intel that there is someone who maybe specializes in a different game, potentially in the audience, or even on the analyst desk right now, who might not know what that sunglasses wearing, good-looking fella, what his abilities do.
Yes.
And just for that person, and I'd like to reiterate that it could be anyone.
Yep.
Just for that person.
Just for them.
Would you be able to run down quickly what he does, so that you know?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's. I mean, I'll give you the heads up here as well. Last act, I played 2 competitive games and finished back in gold. Yeah. So peak diamond. Peak diamond, I'll wear that to my grave.
You did outpeak me, so
that's it, right? Well, I'm happy, right? Like we work forward for it. So impressive. On their queue, well, actually, I can't even refer to it as that because I do custom. But on their first ability, anyway, think of an owl drone meets Sky's Trailblazer dog that also suppresses.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh, that sounds that sounds balanced. That sounds good. Yeah,
sounds very balanced. Absolutely.
Sounds good to me.
Absolutely, I agree.
Does it scan as well? Sorry.
Yes, scans. Scans and suppressors. Okay. That's right.
Oh,
yeah.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
It's a dog knife drone. Yeah, that's right, Corner. Okay. It's a dog knife drone.
That's cool.
So their second ability are projectiles that does eventually hit the ground and concusses the targets in that area. Okay. I think, does it do damage as well? No. Okay, so it's the third ability, other damage missiles.
So third ability is damage missiles.
Yes, that's right.
Second ability is concussion.
Correct. So
the first ability is the drone. Okay.
Yeah. What? I don't think I can play. I got too called last minute. No worries, Stick. So Cairo, are you free for game 1? If you are, you're in, mate. But we might have to redo the teams. And then the final ability is it's basically think breach ult, but slower, and does damage instead of the concuss.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. That sounds pretty insane. Well, I'm glad you've informed me of this now. So now I'll know what to talk about. I can refer to a drone that suppresses scan. That's freaky.
That's right.
Are we redoing draft here? Is that?
We're gonna need to figure out. I can play if we need. Yes, Swifty, jump on in. You saved us. Whew. Actually, yeah. And you know what, Swifty, just jump into their spot. It's not too far off the rankings, I don't think. Just think anything that looks overpowered is him. Great.
Okay.
Good to know, Corner.
Gotcha.
Good to
well,
know.
now that person who didn't know what they were talking about in the audience really knows now. So that's very helpful for us.
That's right.
That's good.
And I'm glad to see as well. You've brought some of your loyal following around as well. Happy Spiders in chat. It's good to see. Tell us all about a little bit about yourself, Tweed. You know, how did you come about into the streaming? What are you doing with your channel? What is your channel? Give us a little plug as well.
Sure. So I'm very happy to plug myself. I was planning on doing that anyway. I was going to sneak it in somewhere. So I'm a person. I've been watching a lot of esports my whole life, and it was a while ago where I was watching League of Legends Worlds, where I decided that like that is the coolest job in history. Like being a caster for Worlds is like the coolest job I could possibly imagine. So I threw myself into that pretty hard recently. So I've been trying to go for that. And I had a year ago I started a YouTube channel.
Yep.
And I just put my foot in the water, and I had one video that went absolutely bonkers. And then I didn't know what to do with that, because it's a bit scary when you get a video that gets like 300,000 views and you just don't know what the hell to do with it. Yeah, it was a bit scary. It's a Valorant video as well. 'Cause I did start wanting to do Valorant, but now I've moved more towards League. But I also love Valorant. Like I love this game. So I run a channel that it's half serious analysis content. So that's what I started off with. My most recent video is also analysis content. It's called Tweet TV on YouTube.
Yep.
And the other half of it is like highly edited, really dumb content where it's just me with an idea that I thought was funny, and just running with it and just editing a video about it. So I did in League. I took 2 players who are in Iron, which is the lowest rank, same as Valorant, and I forced them to compete in a bunch of different really dumb events for our amusement. And I do videos like that. It's good. It's really good.
The Iron Olympics. I like this.
Olympics.
This is great.
Yes, that's what it is.
Great.
I did it with gold players as well. I got some challenger players.
Yep.
We're running it. That's the type of thing I do. And then I also have a channel where I just cast, and that has 30 subs, and that's just me talking into the microphone, and it's fun. It's unfiltered. I just yap.
No,
so
that's good.
That's me.
That's a great way to get your reps in. Is just practicing. You know, we've met through our the OCE community casting group, which, you know, Kay and I really set that up to be able to do exactly this, which is connect more of like-minded people in the region who are trying to do the right thing by the region, trying to grow it and trying to grow themselves at the same time as well. So, you know, for an opportunity for you to get a crack at, you know, in a low pressure environment, a bit of fun like this as well, you know, I'm glad that you're able to be here.
I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait.
This is the... No, please go on.
Oh, I was going to say, I've been doing my research. I got on mobalytics tierlist.gg. I was looking at some agent tier lists. So, you know, I'm in the meta.
Yep,
I saw that KO is C tier.
So, oh, okay.
You know?
Yep.
That's important. I know the names. I looked at some Pearl map names. So I can tell you all about Mid Plaza and shops. All right? So I know about that now. I'm telling you, I'm locked in. This is going to be good. It's going to be good fun, man.
I'm glad, mate. I'm glad. I mean, and this is a bit of a weird, funky format that we play on a Wednesday night. You got to see for the first time last week. Thoughts on how the agent draft works? Are we following? Easy. Are we following?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
So it's pick ban phase. It's fairly simple. And I think the most important thing, and this is going to use the knowledge that you've just given me, is we're looking in the orange. Is that the black team right there on the left side?
It is.
Black, right?
That's correct.
Looking on the black team, you can see like Teho as well as Sova. You're looking at double drone comp coming out the gate, which is a lot of information gathering. And I'm playing just against the KO, which is C tier. I hate to inform everyone. as a C tier agent. Tier list is really important, guys.
Yeah. Well, we do know that Mobalytics is the source of truth on just about every game.
That's 100% right. Oh, Neon's S tier as well. So in case you're wondering, there you go. That's another S tier character locked in for the black team. So I'm just gonna say with a double drone, Tejo picked up. It's a big deal. So does this draft, by the way, does this draft work in that if black team picks an agent, orange team cannot pick it?
Correct. So it's completely out of the pool. It's one shared pool, just basically just the same way that League works.
So it's wraps. Bet your house on black, honestly. This one's done. This one is done. This is
well,
serious.
I mean, I have to admit, I do like the way that the black team comp is coming about. The forward intel, the forward information that they've got between the drone and the dart for Sova, as well as you suggested, the stealth drone from Tejo as well. But what it also really does is it does set up a really big execute for Neon to be able to burst forward. I think so much now is riding on the direction they choose to go in with the controller that they'll have to pick up here. And I wouldn't be surprised if they pick up either the Viper or the Harbor. I'd love to see them go the Harbor. I think the customizability of that wall, being able to cut off the angles and really pick where they want to fight, might just be the best way for Neon to get its most value.
I think, I agree with you fully. I think Harbor is a great pick, particularly on Pearl, trying to push down B. Astra is an interesting lock-in. I don't agree with this. I think you're right. I think Harbor was the best agent they had available. I think his wall cascade down B is a really, really important tool, particularly to make space for Neon. Yeah. Astra works fine as well, but
to be honest, you know, as an Astra player, I don't think there's a single bad map for her on in the game.
Peeking, by the way.
But
fair.
But I do agree. I think the global utility that Astra's smokes offer are really going to work well. The question stands as to whether or not the Rain is going to be enough on-site presence.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of utility now, both particularly defensively, the orange team. The pickup of the breach late, there's a lot of utility, real mid-range character that allows you to be able to play two paces. Clove being able to play their smokes on the go. And the Deadlock being able to cut off some of the tighter choke points that Pearl offers here as well. The orange team haven't missed the mark, I don't think. But personal preference, I think, goes the way of the black team here.
To counter that slightly, I think there is one major thing that we've missed, which is that black team does not have that flashbang.
Yep.
And whether or not it's that useful, particularly in an environment where you're playing with a lot of immortal players who are low-key they're just going to turn it, right? 10 times out of 10, they're going to turn the flash. It is still an important factor to consider. I think, particularly 100%. When you're playing against 3 flashes. You got the Rain Eye, you're looking at KO flash, you're looking at breach, flash point.
Yeah.
I think it's a big deal to consider. Now, if we're talking a little bit more logistically here, how do you want to do? Do you want to go color cast first?
Well, it's completely up to you, mate. So we've been trying to figure this out off stream as well. We want to give it a good rhythm, mate. You seem like you got the energy. So if you want to take the play-by-play to start, I'm happy to kick it off for you to kick it off.
This is mostly so I don't have to observe. So anyone in the audience, I will be observing one-handed because I have to hold my microphone with the other hand, and it's my first time observing. So here we go.
No. So all you got to do is when you get in here, press the close brackets button, not parentheses, brackets, just next to the /
Gotcha.
And that will be able to follow me, and I'll be your observer.
I'm on you.
Yep.
That's the second we jump into the actual game?
That's right.
Okay, easy.
And with this, we get to see which of our regulars are going to be picking up which of our agents. Tejo, in the hands of Specs here, Arctech, the Cypher. Neo, Kami is going to be picking up the Neon here. Neo by name, Neon by agent. Swifty onto the familiar role of the Sova. And Zephyr, late switching into this game, picking up the Astra for the black team.
I want to point out something, is that Ape Sudu is the person playing Reyna here. If you were watching Cook or Crack, that segment, this man is freakish. He is freakish. So it's someone to watch out for sure.
Correct. So there has been a period in time as well where Reyna was an auto ban if you were playing against Ape Sudu. That's how good Ape can be on the Reyna.
Jesus.
So
so looking forward to it.
All right, so
watching you now.
You can see this.
Yes.
Excellent. Fantastic. All right, well, the lead call's all yours, mate. Enjoy.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. 30 seconds going into round 1 here. I want to see how they're going to approach this first round. It's very important here. And we're going to see on the attacking side the utilization of the, let me just make sure this is what's happening, yeah, of the flashbangs and how impactful they're going to be throughout the round. I want to check the utility purchased here. How do you see the utility purchase? Is there a scoreboard for that?
Yeah. Tab.
Is that tab? Oh yeah, gotcha. Okay, yeah, I want to see the utility purchases here. See the ghost coming out. I think it's going to be a fairly standard A contest here, coming out the gate. So walking up slowly, peeking out. It's going to be the deadlock, taking the first point of contact. Breach Sun comes through, and Ape Sudu in a little bit of trouble, doesn't find the angle, and Specs takes him out. It's a big pick. Starting off there, Ape Sudu goes down, and Fanny Fart now under the gun next. Specs gets a second. Looking onto A site, and the contest is coming through. Wall spam, very nice there. Spit on me goes down.
One enemy remaining.
A headshot, very clean round so far for the defending team. Just shutting down all the aggression. 1 minute left in the round. Sheezel Weasel with a lot to do. Not enough time to do it, not enough weaponry to do it. And he's getting flanked. Okotsu whiffs the shots, but it doesn't matter. Cheezel Weasel goes down. That's the defenders winning round 1 in a very convincing manner. I do say so myself.
Plenty of value out of the positioning there, as it was Specs just tucked behind the box, ready for the play. They need to be a little bit more thorough, maybe rushing their positioning, not expecting such an aggressive positioning in art. They'll be ready for it next time around as we get ready for round 2 here.
Oh, we got Cypher cam position. To draw attention to that, that is a rat cam right there. It's not something that most people would expect. I mean, it might be standard. I'm not sure. I did peek in silver, so it's going to be the Cypher solo holding on B. The Astra to back him up there. A little bit more of a mid-contest this round. It's going to be Neil Genre with the first point of contact. He's got 4 men creeping up on top of him. Look at that. They're going to walk down through art here, and he's unaware. He did hear the sound there. Cheezel Weasel. You don't want to peek this, mate. You do not want to peek this. Flashbang through, and he gets spammed. Neil Genre gets the first bot of the round. But meanwhile, up through art, Specs yet again takes out Spit on me. This man is unstoppable. Neil Genre slides out through mid. Hello. Fanny Fart goes down. And some of these names, man, it's all going to be up to Ape Sudu, but they know where he is. Takes out Specs somehow. I don't know how he's managed to land that shot. He's in the middle of 2 of them. And Swifty gets him. Now it's up to Little Pluto. Yet again in a 1v4 situation. Second round in here. Finds the contact on Neil Genre, and that's a big pick there. But he can't get much more. Tries to pick up the gun, and Swifty spams him out with the Ares. Headshots finish it. 2-0. Come into this. What'd you notice that round?
They put their best foot forward. There's not a lot you can do in that breakdown. If you can take a couple of bodies with you, you're not too upset about it. They'll get 5 rifles going into this now. An opportunity to really get themselves back into the game. Game starts from here for the orange team. They've been a little bit tentative on their push through. Just want to see a little bit more combination between the utility as they burst on a site. Maybe not wanting to show anything too early on there on that after pistol round. We'll see what they've got to throw at the black team here.
Looks like it's coming out B here this time. All 5 hitting into the Cypher Astra. Look at that setup on site there. Fanny Fart this time taking first contact, spamming through the smoke there. It's Zephyr Val on the other side of it. Not peeking up aggressively. And this is where the flashbang utilization is going to come through. But draw your attention to the tail on the minimap. He's peeking into Ape Sudu. This is not the fight you want, my friend. And it's punished immediately. Specs goes down. Ape Sudu with the kill. Walking out A. This time the flank coming aggressively. I think there's a bit of an overcommittal here. If you look at where that server's positioned, he's actually not going to peek forward there. Holding the angle with an Ares and 4 players rotating towards him there. Swifty versus Spit on me.
Bubbles really needs to be careful here. Gonna give away. Swifty doesn't actually see it. Ships in the night. They pass each other.
Oh my goodness. And the Oltov is going to give it away there. Pluto. Gonna be mad at his teammate for that one, and Ape Sudu finishes off, manages to trade out the kill there, and the ult-up is denied. This time, Neil Genre not able to find the value there as Fanny Fart takes him out, and the plan is gonna go down to a 2v4 scenario there. Cheezel Wheel has disconnected and is immediately punished by Akotsu. What is he holding tab? Must be checking the camera. Now Zephyr Val. In a 2v3 scenario, has a good angle walking up onto site there. It's full forward contest. Ape Sudu holding that choke point aggressively, and Akotsu not ready for that peek. This time, Zephyr Val can use the smokes, make cover for himself. It's going to be solo peek by Fanny Fart. Not tradable here. Actually, the double swing's a bit too much. Zephyr Val distracted by the guy in A main. Fanny takes him out. Much better round there.
Yeah, it's cost them 2 rifles in the end, but they finally are able to get onto the ball, the orange team. I figure we'll make it a little bit easier for you here as well. So the clove is mellow in our community.
Yes.
Let's see if you can. Let's see how quickly you can adapt to that. And spit on
is mellow.
Spit on me is bubbles. So let's see if you can get to that.
I do prefer that name to spit on me. I'll be honest. That's a toughie. Right, 2 seconds in. Here we go. Going into the round 4 here. And this time it's a bit of a split attack. Choosing not to commit so much as we've seen the past couple rounds there. And look at that Cypher tripwire up. Holding that mid presence. Little Pluto peeking really aggressively here. Luckily he's not punished. 2 players sitting on the A site there and the Molly coming through. KO utilization. Or utility used and the first kill goes down to Bubbles. And Swifty manages to trade it back. Little Pluto goes down as well. Swifty is the ironclad holder, defender of the A site. And no one can push into him. On the right side there, it's Mello. Now, who gets taken down next? Now the Spike is in a completely unretrievable position. KO in another 1v4 position.
He's on for the ace here as well. He can hear it. He can smell it.
Oh, he wants to chase the weasel with the whiff. Has a stinger, and now it's all mine, Swifty says. Come here. Using the shock dart. He's going to run him down. He's spamming the wall. He doesn't know where he is. Don't kill him. No, yes. Knife out. That's good, Zephyr. Swifty, it's all yours, mate. Go get him. Look around the corner there. Diesel playing in the dugout. Has the stinger. Can he live? He's going to go for a run, mate. He's got the knife out. Run away. Swifty. Oh. Picks up the gun and trades him out. Neil Genre goes down, betrayed by his teammates, who just refused to kill this madman. Now he's in, honestly, a not too bad position, trying to run away from the ace there. Just get the ace over, mister.
No, we deny the ace here at all costs, without a doubt.
Where are we going? Where are
10
we going?
seconds left.
Look at him. Oh my goodness. Is this the sportsmanship we expect in the Wattage Master Invitational?
I love to see it. I love to see it. You can't let him get away with it, especially if the rest of the team's going to take a pacifist approach to letting them try to get it. No, I'm against it. I'm not here for it.
Yeah.
3-1 in favor of the black team here as they really are settling into this game. Rifles in hand, they show what they're capable of. An ultimate apiece here. Hunter's Fury online, as is the Empress. Can the orange team make the most of this aggressive ultimate now available for them? Can they get Ape Sudo going here?
It's interesting to me that after they just got crushed so hard on that A split, they're deciding to run it again. Look at this, taking that mid presence there. Teo in the exact same spots, the exact same defense. And they need to force out Swifty this time. Specs with an aggressive peek on Ape Sudo early. He just decides to back it out with whatever the fuck that piece of util was. Sorry for swearing. No idea what that was, but this time the A hit's coming through.
This is a swearing safe space, this is.
Okay, good. I've a sailor's mouth, so. Actually gonna back off out of the A hit.
And they've taken good control in through Art though, whether or not the black team are ready for this burst. Swifty's here for the defense once again.
And Swifty's ready. Look at him. He's fired up. He's locked in. He wants that ace this round. Was denied from it last round. The stalwart defender of the ace site is what I referred to him as last game. And that it seems to be true yet again. Just holding that angle though. The Ape Sudo with the first blood takes out Specs, and that's a big deal. Empress online. Is he going to opt to use it here? Rotate coming through. Panic on all stations for the... Which team? Is it black team? That's
defending
in this game right now?
That's right.
All right, the black team. We've actually got the wrong call here. Look at that. Look at that. 2 players sitting on A site. Swifty refusing to leave his post, and Neil Genre is now going to be like, guys, I'm in a bit of trouble here. I just saw Ape Sudo, and he's looking fired up. He's looking scary. He's going to peek me with a rifle, and I don't want to take that fight. Now he's calling the players over. Swifty finally leaves his position. The site's already gone. This time, Neil Genre Psycho peeks it by himself. Sliding through straight into the boards of Ape Sudo, who's just waiting for him. Ape Sudo with a 3rd and 1 round there. Zephyr Val goes down. Swifty finally shuts him down. This time the shock dart, Hunter's Fury, but too much to do, I believe. Might end up being a save, but they're going to go for the win here. Swifty looks like he wants it. He's feeling good. Okotsu walking up aggressively. Doesn't know where anyone is, though, and the calls aren't good enough. Cheezel Weasel with his first of the round. Maybe first of the game, and Mello takes out Okotsu. Got him.
A good round for the orange team there. They've played patiently. They're able to hold on to that ultimate that we described at the start of the round as well. Really just work their way towards that opening pick. And, you know, a map like Pearl, the size that it is, if you ask enough questions and you're able to stump them on that first engagement, you really do open up your opportunities to kill the noise, to quieten down and read and decide where you're going to re-hit. So, you know, they've executed perfectly there.
This time, a very heavy mid presence yet again. It's third round in a row there. I really like this mid presence, the orange team, but they're all just going to walk up through. Look at that. Straight down B hall here. Rainerai comes out, flashbang through, Nakatsu under a lot of trouble here, a lot of pressure, but they're not checking him. He's a really good angle here. The deadlock is gonna get broken. Now they know, surely, the orange team is gonna watch that. Specs gets first blood on Mello there, somehow peeking out through B main. But now he's in a lot of trouble, has a bunch of utility there. I was explaining to what it does, and the plan is denied straight away. Little Pluto takes out Specs. Bubbles goes down. Now we're looking at a 2v3 on site here. Yet again, I have to flavor the black team coming into this round. They just look clean. They look composed. Ready for anything that is thrown at them.
Spike down, B.
But AEDT is not the man you want to see in the clutch. He's got a lot to do. Swifty on the flank. But he sniffed it out. Look at this. He sniffed it out. He's got knife out. Swifty. AEDT takes him down. And now in the 1v1, Akatsu is shitting himself. This is not someone you want to see. Nope. My Siri has gone off. Right as the clutch happened, and AEDT's taken out Akatsu. That's why you shouldn't have your phone next to you.
4K for the Ape. He's done it again. Still with the ultimate in pocket. He doesn't need it here. They've even upped the scoreline, taking 2 in a row, the orange team. 3-all scoreline on the back of some massive weight carrying from AEDT, currently 11-4. Holding the weight of the team on his shoulders.
What do you do when you have a player like that? Like, how do you shut that down right now?
I mean, I think we saw really early the black team executed well together, and they made the most of the utility that they're investing. Now it just seems
getting a little bit aggressive. Sorry.
As though they're missing that opportunity.
Peeks up, whiffs the shot, doesn't overpeak it. This time retreating back to his position on the A site there, but it's a big hit coming through. Specs has a lot of work to do. Somehow he's found this flank angle yet again. He's followed up by the Neon. Cheezel Weasel gets first blood, and that's the A holder down. Zephyr Val, now the only guy who's not on flank, and AEDT is the first blood, exactly like we talked about. It's the group up play. That takes
Annihilation picks him up though.
Now, it's 2v2 on site. 2 ultimates available. Cheezel Weasel with a lot of work to do. Uses that molly to buy him a little time. The spike is down, and both players on both teams know exactly where the others are. But it's the attackers who have more time in this scenario, and that's a big Teho ult. I'm not sure what it's called, but it's done its work there. Cheezel Weasel forced out of position. Now the site is firmly in control of the defenders.
Off your feet!
How do you approach this? Invest the ultimate. He's gonna have to get something done for this to be worthwhile, and Little Pluto takes out Specs there. Has that breach aftershock coming through, clearing the spike, but Akatsu's too good. Understands that the peak seem to be coming through A main. And that's how you clean up the round there. Very, very tense round.
I'll try to be even more.
Yeah, they were able to pick up AEDT there, picking him up with the concuss straight into Kami's use of the overdrive on the Neon. They isolate that, but unfortunately they weren't able to get a real run on with the momentum there. They get the spike down, they find themselves into post plant, but they're gonna have to get better
goes here.
in that situation next time, because they cannot afford to be invest so heavily but come away without the round.
Yeah, no, 100% right, 100% right there. And again, it's the the mid contest here, but this time they're opting towards a B split. Look at where Neon's position there. He's going to be under a lot of pressure. If AEDT chooses to peek this, which he will, death is staring him in the face. Neil right now, the death's looking the other way, and it turns out Neil is the guy with the gun in his hand, but AEDT punishes him. Bullet to the head. The Sheriff picks up his first of the round. Now he's able to switch it out for a Vandal, and that is a scary sight. Zephyr under pressure here. Only man holding on B, and this is what the drone looks like, huh? Damn. Scans and suppresses the KO in mid. Says, hey, what's that information gathering tool? Kotsu swung by AEDT and goes down. Looking good, AEDT. Looking fired up. Little Pluto swinging Zephyr Val there. And the B site is heavily contested this round. But take a look at the minimap there as Specs takes out Pluto. All of the players on the orange team are just collapsing in on this A site. Sorry, this B site. And in the mid, Swifty somehow takes out Cheezel Weasel, who backed off. Safe Pseudo on flank is caught by Specs as well. It's a scrappy round. It's messy. The kills are all favoring the black team. And somehow out of nowhere, what even happened? The round goes down.
Great map awareness from the black team there. All over the repositioning of AEDT deep from spawn. And they win their duels on the back of some pretty good flick shots as well. Orange team now, with their backs against the wall, they're going to have to make the most of the rifles they're going to have in hand here. 3 ultimates online. I want to see them investing at least 2 of them here. Get themselves into a healthy post-plant position. Maybe let AEDT get aggressive. Post that past the site and change the numbers.
Look at this setup. 5A. Going back to Old Faithful. Just rush it. Bend it through A here. Only AEDT holding the lurk now, holding the flank. And it's going to be Neon under pressure with a judge in the choke. If he fires right now, he's going to get 5 kills, but he's taken out immediately with a flashbang. It's too good. Now A-Site firmly in control of the orange team. It's not a position we've seen black team in yet. What are they going to do? The plant goes down. It's a 45 post plant. But look at the setup. All members on the orange team as Mello takes out another. Akotsu goes down. Overpeaks it a little bit. All members on the orange team just fanning out. Looking at every choke AEDT yet again. Getting aggressive. Trying to find that angle there. As the double peek from Specs takes out Little Pluto. Takes out Mello, who immediately ults it. That's a little bit of pressure put back on the side of the orange team. They have a lot to do here. And Zephyr is good enough to take out the ult yet again. Denying the value of that clove there, and all 3 members going to swing onto the side under the cover of the choke there, under the cover of the smoke, and AEDT swings it, takes out Zephyr. The flash is good, but it's not good enough. Swifty in a 1v2. She's a weasel. Gets AEDT, it's just one more, and he gets it. Does he have time to defuse? There's no way! Is this it?
No I think he's just missed it.
You are kidding me, man.
How on earth? Swifty somehow getting past was completely blinded as the 3 remaining players poured in towards site. The Cosmic Divide did enough damage to worry the orange team in that post plant. It forced their hand, and even though AEDT was able to get that first pick through the wall, it really did shake things up. It forced the pace for them, and Swifty was in with a chance there, but some good clock management from the orange team does get them home in the end. Specs.
Oh my god, look at Specs.
Who to be?
Look at him.
He's in trouble. He's been suppressed.
Oh no, they knew where he was. He's trying to get cheeky with it, but he's immediately, the grin is wiped off his face. He's like, I got them. Watch this, guys. And he's just put in his place. Akotsu, a lot of work to do. She's a weasel with the Stinger. The classic, the Spectre, sorry. His favorite rifle.
Careful here.
Gets out the kill and Neon
Go, go, go.
punishes him for swinging. And has immediately punished himself. Mello. Too good for that. No Neon techniques here in Swifty. We've seen him in these situations before, Watty. We've seen him here. He can do this. This is a man capable of these clutch situations, but he's got too much here. Little Pluto spots him out there, and the smoke comes through.
He stands his ground against it as well. Maybe not enough time left on the clock as he enters, threatens to push in towards side. The concussion heavy here. Slows it down even further as Swifty pushes forward. It's not going to be any time left on the clock. Mello gets the last.
That's brutal. That is absolutely brutal. Swifty, he's done his best there, but he just runs out of time. The utility usage is a bit too good, isn't it? Where's that leave us? How's the game state?
It's 5 all here as we look at the leaderboard for both teams. Some leading from the pack. Swifty 15 and 5. AEDT 14 and 8. Slowed down since we were pumping his tires a little bit earlier. The rest of the team been picking up the slack as they pick up the last 2 rounds. They set themselves up for a good finish to the half. They'd want to get at least 6 here from the position they were in.
Definitely. I think the ultimate economy is going to be a big, important factor here as Neil gets spotted out by the KO knife there, and it's going to be a B pressure here. Take a look at where that Sober is. He always seems to be under pressure, Swifty. He always seems to be on the site they're hitting. I don't know if he's unlucky or the luckiest man in the world. As mid contest coming out from Specs, going to make sure there's no one contesting it. Going to be like, hey guys, one of our sites is about to get hit very, very hard, and he's not wrong. Seems to be a little bit slower coming out from the orange team here, as it's going to be AEDT on the lurk, looking out through A. Going to challenge that Cypher. She's a weasel peeking through mid there. Akotsu should hold his ground, but is he going to? He peeks the man and he's punished. And that's A site freed up. Look at the rats scurrying across the minimap there, rotating all the way to A. They're saying, hey, your Cypher just died and he holds solo. Now Neil's genre under the gun as well. AEDT taking the round into his hands, taking the game into his hands, saying, we won 6 and we're going to have it. A side is ours.
Exactly what we wanted to see. AEDT heating up a little bit here. Confident. Now go looking for his 3rd of the round. He'll get it as well. Down goes Specs, and the orange team are in the driver's seat here, Tweet.
Look at the ace here. You reckon AEDT saw what Swifty can do, and he gets the 4th there. Swifty is put in his place, and now it's just one lone Astra versus 5 big, scary men. And the ace is claimed. AEDT using that little Wukong rifle takes him out. And a very clean round.
Last round.
Yeah, it's a great comeback here from the orange team, who had their backs against the wall for much of this half. They're finishing strong here. They take the last 3 straight, and they're going to at least split this half, if not take the lead going into the second. Not a bad attacking half for them, especially considering how much defensive utility they're going to have on the board for themselves to stop what the black team have to throw at them.
100%, 100%. And I hope for my last round play-by-playing, this is going to be a good one. We've got a lot of ults available. The Empress, obviously, for AEDT. Mid contest this time, quite heavy. Look at the scrap that's about to happen in here as the orange team pushes forwards. And Cheezel Weasel, first contact there. Swifty misses the shots, and Zephyr Val gets the first. Specs and Cheezel Weasel traded out there. AEDT immediately punished by a Kotsu's judge. Gets 2. And you don't push the man when he's got a judge in his hands. Look at A control. How has this happened? In the mid contest, the Hunter's Fury is going to stop the plan, actually, so it doesn't even matter. Now the Flood's going to come back through, but in the mid contest, somehow A space was taken there. Bubbles, under pressure, takes out Zephyr. Now Swifty, is he going to peek this as well? He is! Heats it up a little bit. He's feeling himself, Swifty, but he can't handle the shots. Bubbles doesn't want the fight, though. He knows that's overplay is capable. Scythe peeks on the backside there, and Little Pluto and Bubbles both stepping up this round. They say we want 7, and by God, we're going to have it. The captured target comes through, and Swifty is going to go down, securing the 7th round in this half that really was just lost, wasn't it?
That is such an excellent comeback here from the orange team. They'll finish the half 7-5. And we did say he was on the back of the rest of the team, picking up the slack a little bit, but again, I started talking about AEDT. It's like he can hear me. 20-9. 6K in the last 2 rounds.
He's gone crazy. He's gone crazy.
Crazy indeed. Does currently hold the Wattage Wednesday record of 60 kills in a game.
Oh, surely we're not breaking that ever. That's insane.
No, that is insane. That is insane.
It's actually me on an average Tuesday rank now, honestly. To be completely honest. You see my my jets.
We're going to Valorant Tracker after this.
No, we shouldn't. Or you.
But we are underway. Second half here as both teams look to poke and understand what's going to happen. Deegs pushing a little bit too far forward. We'll get 1 for their trouble, but the trades do favor the attackers here. Drone goes down as Neo and Specs look to attack back in through Art. Spike hangs back deep into A main as Zephyr's going to pick up again the overextension of Mellow there. Jeez, Weasel not able to do it on their own, and Bubbles everything to do for herself here. We'll get 1, we'll get 2, but it will be stuck there. Bubbles not able to get the 3rd. If they could, would have thought she was on for 4 even, but Bubbles doing their best to fight back, but the black team strong to start the half.
100%, man, and it's just the duels, isn't it? That was what shined about the black team at the start of last half as well. They just win their gunfights. If you give them the 1v1s, if you don't trade them out, they're gonna punish you. They're gonna make sure they win those. And it's in that round, it was Swifty, it was Specs, but it's all 5 of them really. They're happy to take the 1. Zephyr even gets his. And apart from Bubbles there, no one really stood up to it. As we see a pretty hard B contest there coming through. Gonna be quite an aggressive start there. Neon slides out.
It's a spicy little knife to tag at least 1 here. That'll be a little bit of intel that activates AEDT here. Who's pushing forward with Mellow in hand. They are ready to crunch this. They're going to let them have sight. They'll play deep enough here. Cheezel Weasel with the fragment in hand to try to delay the push. Will cop a little bit of damage. 30 health left on them here.
Like,
Just enough to get the value for the fragment. Now with the long-range classic, Mello takes down Zephyr, re-engages for the second, but Specs not interested as he's going to trade out 1-for-1. Swifty in on the action as well. Now 3v3 as the retake is on, pushing in deep onto the side, but Akotsu with a close-range Bucky puts an end to that. Now leaving Bubbles once again in the unenviable position of 1v2 to clutch this out. The drone comes through and will find the target instantly. Bubbles now the task immense ahead of her. We'll have to get both of them. Was able to take down Arctech here, but it's the shock dart kill from Swifty. The 3k in the end. It's a nervy round.
You are kidding me.
But the black team are able to bring it back.
The flank there was insane. And the fact that Specs caught onto it so fast, realized that they're in a bit of trouble there, turned around, was like, hey, I need some help here. And he gets trashed on anyway. Apsudu blocks him down, takes his head. And spit on me, sorry, Bubbles. Right at the end there, tries to clutch out the round, but Swifty a little bit too good with the shock dart usage. Just a scrappy round all around.
I like this little knife from Cheeseweasel, but I wouldn't be surprised if they catch onto it fairly quickly. You should be able to get out of its range.
Ooh, I haven't caught onto it. Yeah, that's two.
No, the second angle here as Neo's going to push far forward, straight in towards Art. The Bucky not going to get close enough to get the value. That's Mello who draws first blood of the round. As the rest of the team look to engage in through Art. Arctech with a quick flick of the Sheriff evens out the numbers. The pace of play should settle down here as Cheeseweasel looks to meet the next engagement. Holding.
Coming out
that B-Link.
B-Link, sorry. My mouth's not working well enough as the
That's alright. The action is moving fast here. Mello now taking out Arctech, and the game once again settles.
The plant goes down though. This is going to be a really, really hard retake. Apsudu, of course, is the man to do it. Has that flashbang available. Has that Reyna's Leer. And it is a menacing Leer at that when it's coming out of the hands of this fella.
Yeah, 3 stars in hand for the Asher as Apsudu looks to creep forward here. They'll hold both angles as the Sova drone is not going to be enough of a distraction. Apsudu tried to use it to get the jump onto Zephyr.
It's another scrappy round there, isn't it? Just presence through B, presence through mid, and it's just fights and fights and duels and duels. And the utility usage is a little bit too good. The presence is gathered. They understand exactly where the offensive team's going to be striking. 3 rounds in a row being strung together, and it's really bad for the economy. Look at the guns that are coming out of the hands of the defending team now.
Yeah, being able to break them on that. You know, I just love the aggression that Neo started that round with. Really opened up the middle of sight for them. It's a forward position from Cheeseweasel here, who's going to find 3, and that's going to be enough information for him to not commit any further. Arc will hear the ore being collected from the A site. But meanwhile, much of the defensive presence now pulled over towards the B site of the map.
It's going to be about how much information this Teho can find here. Only finds the 1. They don't know about how many people are on this site. Also gets his.
Arc, whose lurk is activated, and Specs' Teo now in a tough position trying to get out of position here. As he'll take down Cheeseweasel on that timing.
But it's because of Ark's lurk there. You look at the rotation here from the orange team. Walking over towards A. There's only 1 defender on it right now. It's just the Clove, who doesn't expect to be hit about as hard as he's about to be.
Mello in a perfect position to destroy the push forward, but the timing through the smoke there really just had to pick an angle to be able to hold onto the A site. Now, uncontested 2v4 as the black team.
Look at that A presence. They're pretty convinced of where the enemy team's going to come from. They've got it wrong. They're gambling on black, but it's coming on red, man. They're going to come from spawn and from mid, but they're definitely not coming from main. I wonder if this free side is actually what they're planning on.
That art tripwire is just enough. You were seeing Deegs creating a little bit of noise just to try and activate Apsudu here. He'll be the distraction as the utility comes in. Aftershock invested to clear out the corner angle here. Now they're forced to push back into the smoke. 1 for Deegs, who pushes in through the smoke. Not going to get the second for it. No time on the clock as Apsudu's going to fall as well. Swifty gets 2 for the round. 1 to 7.
That's 4 in a row. It is expected after you get the 3rd that you get the 4th, and it wasn't as clean a conversion as we would have hoped, right? But it is the 4th round in a row, and that's got to be demoralizing. Valorant's a very mental game. Once you start feeling like you're behind, that's when you start losing the 1v1s. That's when you start peeking less aggressively. So we got to see someone stand up. We got to see someone on the defending team right now say no. In the same way that Neil did in that one round where he slid out like a psycho. We need to see someone take the responsibility.
Yeah.
And turn this game around here.
I haven't seen any trap plays for the orange team either, who really need to use their utility the best they can. They've got a couple of counters to the aggression that the Neon can offer here. They bring it together.
Like it's going to be very heavy B contest. B split here. Only 2 players, and they're not the players you necessarily want holding the site here. It is Ape Sudo, but just the Deadlock and Apes. I take that back, actually. Deadlock Ape Sudo sounds good to me, as the Tejo's going to scout him out. Maybe he's going to find it, but he actually plays that very well. Isn't spotted.
Problem here is that Mello's got so much space in up through A, and there's no threat in through Art until now. There's no reason to rotate. There's no threat. Zarktex, the timing punished.
Go ahead.
Get Neil's lurk up through mid here. Could actually get a lot done there. So Tejo comes through.
There they are.
Especially on site. Kills people?
That's crazy.
Will be a salvo kill for Specs there, as Swifty is able to pick up Bubbles. She pushes in through the Astra smoke. The concuss good here, but the timing of Neo may just be deadly. He's going to hear Cheezel and Diggs DP.
Oh no!
Leaves just one. They try to retake. That's Mellow having to do it all on their own. They've got the not dead yet, but with no teammates alive, it's not going to be any option for them. Maybe going a little bit too slow here. Clock ticking, 15 seconds, 20 maybe on the clock. It's going to have to force the issue as Kami pushes forward, shuts it down. It's 10-7. The black team are running away with it here. They've taken 5 straight, all 5 of the half.
Now the economy is not terrible this round. They do have 1 more buy in them. Lil Pluto, the only guy who's not going to have the rifle coming in.
Should I play some stars in this
But again, the scary thing, I said it last round, is that they're not winning their fights. You have guys like Neo who are able to flank that psychopathically. This whole team's on B is just sitting up in art. And 3 players don't check him. Then he wins around because of it. It's just little mistakes that seeping through the woodwork.
We saw earlier as well when they activated Ape in through mid and getting him into position for a crunch. Just how successful they were, but they've gone away from that. 3 ultimates plays to 2 here.
Spikes
both team fight for control. Great use of a recon dart. It's going to pick Cheezel Weasel up and force the threat in through Art. It's exactly what we said here though, right? Is Ape Sudo now able to pressure the tail? We'll get rid of this. And some concern as Swifty not aware that down goes the flank control for them. Great shooting here from Kami, who's able to dispatch Ape Sudo and Bubbles. Numbers evening out.
Just picked up the spike there. And they might actually have it wrong here. The defending team, as the attacker's going on to B site. Look at this. They're retreating up. They're saying, no, we don't want to hit you through A. And all 3 players on the defending team are completely bamboozled. The spike's about to go down, man.
Yeah, that's free. Great neural theft from Ark, who also knows Mello's pushing forward. The flick, though, is perfect. Cheezel Weasel and Deegs are going to get away with a dangerous one there. And now, Specs in post-plant. Hears them coming in through mid-link. Knows that Mello's pushing in towards site. He's able to dispatch with 1. There wasn't a lot of health left on them here, but the investment of the salvos to delay just a little bit longer. Suspicious of a push in through CT. Knows that they're coming. Is able to get 1. The second one on the back of the not dead yet. Mello keeps themselves alive. Converts the investment of the utility of the ultimate. And the orange team get away with the first round of the half for themselves.
And it was a gorgeous, gorgeous bait as well. It's got to suck to lose that as the Tejo player. You get that bait. You bait the whole enemy team to sit on A site. You get the free plant down. You're saying, boys, rotate to me. We've got a free A site. But they overheat a little bit. The defending team, the attacking team, all they had to do was rotate to A. They got a free site. They overheat. They want those kills. Feeling a little bit aggressive. Could be because of the state of the game. And it's one round like that that can turn a game around here. There's 5 seconds left in the half. Sorry, in the round. Big B presence coming up this time. And it's Ape Sudo up through mid, like you said. Gonna have to make an impact, and there it is.
That's a great pick up there as Arctec's gonna fall.
I'm out of here.
That B presence walking down, spikes in hand. This time they're not fooled, though. The defending team, they have mid. They understand that it's going to be one of the sides being hit. And look at that space in A main. They know it's B for sure. But the question is, how effective is this execute going to be? They have the Neon ult. They have the Sova ult if they want it. Pair of scouts out. And all 5 members swarming the site like sharks. Look at this.
It's way too aggressive from Deegs. Now going to be caught out of position. Kami with an opportunity to punish him is going to miss the chance. Now 2 waiting for him as he decoys with his own pistol. That's not going to work. It's cheeky, but I like the spirit in it. Cheezel Weasel gets away with their life in that scrap in through market.
Another fake out, by the way. It's the same guy. He's taking the spike to A this time, but are they fooled again? I don't think so. Cheezel Weasel's onto it. Look at him. He's sniffing it out. He's saying, I want A main. I know what you like to do. You like to psycho rotate.
30
He's calling the boys
left.
over. Look at that mid control there. Abe Sudu is still alive. Jump peeking down A main. And he's going to spot out Specs any second there. Is he going to lose his life, though?
Oh,
he
hasn't
didn't
seen
spot
him. He hasn't seen him.
He hasn't seen him.
He's still not seen him. Specs is perfect for this here.
That's a big deal as well. Because they didn't rotate because they didn't see him.
Yeah.
The jump peek just missed. Now the spike goes down.
Refreshing. Drop in a smoke.
2 now hold from the main location. They're expecting it to come in through the flank, but it's not going to be the case. No Gravwell. Second time around, the Gravwell comes in. Gets him off the spike. Still full tick down to go as the spray exchange comes in. Armageddon online for the Teo here. That'll be a strong investment. Enough to delay the post plan once again. He'll have to regress very quickly, though. There's still plenty of time left on the clock, and they're a long way from side. There's more than enough time for Ape Sudu to sit on this. Maybe gone a little bit too early there as Specs. They'll get 4 for the round, but it's not going to matter. The round goes the way of the orange team.
I think just invested the Tejo post plan a little bit too early there. Maybe the Armageddon could have gotten a tiny little bit more value if he peeked off it, maybe. It's a really, really nice round from Ape Sudo in particular. Just want to highlight him again. He's winning the fights. I know we've been glazing him all night, but he's playing really good. He's playing really good.
Well,
you gotta hop on the glaze stream every so often.
25 and 16, and for the black team, Swifty 24 and 11, not to be gawked at. Specs 20 and 16. Some great individual performances. Best rounds we've seen. It's when they've come together. Aggressive fight for control of mid as Arctec's going to double peek into that mid exchange. They'll get 1 each, both teams here.
Look at where Breach is right now. Player number 8 is going to be under the hammer of Akotsu. He's going to peek that aggressively, but actually, the camera hasn't spotted him. If you look at that, Akotsu might not expect this position. In fact, it is not. The trigger discipline for no reason there. Little Pluto put a little bit of spice on that one. But he takes out the kill.
Oh! It gets a little bit of damage onto him, but now a lot of work to be done here by Cheezel Weasel, who will see 2 still in through mid. They know that there is presence in across on the A main location. The drone not necessarily seeing him. Good use of the investment of the blind here as he pushes forward. Recon dart dispatched with. Now Swifty jiggling on Cheezel Weasel, but it's Cheezel that wins the exchange in the end. Mello gets one for their time as well, and now we see Specs. It's the top of the leaderboard for the black team with everything to do. 1v2. As they move their way over to the B side for post plan.
And it's always this guy who's doing the cheesy rotate. Look at this. Straight to B. And he's in the same spot he was a couple rounds ago, but this time he doesn't have annoying teammates to screw it up for him. And he's in the 1v2. Can he get aggressive here? Look at this position on Deadlock. Decent aggressive.
Love the taking of space here. Likely relocating back into of side here. Elbow, they will have some idea of where they're coming from. The timing, Cheezel Weasel may just have seen a pixel or 2.
He's going to get crunched. He didn't peek aggressively enough. He's stuck.
Bubbles is going to be the one to get the kill. Headshot from the Deadlock. And with that, the orange team are able to even this out. It's a 10-all game here.
How do they keep doing this?
Online. It's
crazy.
You mentioned it before. It is scrappy. It's a real back and forth, and there's some really great mid-rounding going on from the orange team here. They seem to have made the adjustment.
100%. I think their read on the debauchery coming through from where the spike's going, their read on how the gunfights are meant to work, their trades are getting a little bit better. their positioning at the start of the round, their starter round's getting better, they're getting more information. And they just seem to be adapting into this game really well. Look at the economies now. 1 full buy left in the pocket for both teams. And it's a very even game. It's deadlocked, you might say. So Knife gets destroyed that time. They did adapt.
Both teams.
Teho walking up mid.
Specs is going to get a little bit of intel there. Sees that Clove is holding. Not aware that Ape Sudu's there as well, ready. Waiting. This is the sort of trap that we were talking about a little bit earlier. The Lear perfectly set as they swing into it. Gets one blinded. The second's going to be taken out by the teammate. Mello converts on it. Perfect tandem as they go back and forth. Ping pong from the orange team to do away with the attacking aggression shown by the black team. They're caught in no man's land here. Now leave Swifty on their own. This is the play we wanted to see from the orange team.
Oh, and the flashbang off the peak as well, but he actually is good enough to turn that and get the kill. Man, these players are pretty good, huh? These players are pretty good. That was pretty insane. Wow. It's just like you said in the middle of the round there. That's the trap play. We've been asking for that all game. We've been saying, hey, where's the trap player? And they do it. And guess what happens? Ape Sudo goes ape crazy.
Yeah, I think it's it's really good map awareness or game awareness because they've known that the Clove has been picked up by the stealth drone. They've got no idea the long range positioning of Ape Sudo there. They can expect that if you've got 3 people there, you're gonna like swinging through with the momentum's gonna give you an opportunity.
When he's going to use the flashpoint. If you look at that A main here, he's trying to get aggressive, maybe trying to take the game into his own hands. I think this angle is hell. Actually, he's gone unspotted. He's gone unspotted, but he's peeked by Neil and gets taken out. Now the A site busts it open. He's in a bit of trouble.
Large from Cheezel as he moves his way in through the wall. Keeps himself alive, so able to convert onto Specs as well. Numbers have flattened out. And he's 3 plays 3 here. As he looks to regress in towards main. Zephy's gonna punish that though. Cheezel just needed to keep his cool. Team was in a great position. As Mello gets one. Not before being taken away by Swifty. They're not dead yet. Keeps them up in this fight. And just in time to take down the lurking Arctech.
I don't know if you noticed this just then, but the reason that Clovalt was so good was because it made Akatsu focus on it. He used the Clovalt, Akatsu's holding that position, and on the right side there, that's when the Deadlock swings in and takes out the kill. It's like a double peek, but it uses the Clovalt, and it just overloads his mental stack, gets the free kill, and suddenly the Clove's alive, even though everyone thought she was going to be dead, and the round is just secured, just like that. 12 to 10. 5 in a row.
5 in a row, and only 3 full buys alive here for the black team who are fighting for the game. It's 12-10, match point. 3 of them in hand, in fact. We're going to draw our attention to Bubbles, who's going to have a heavy task of defending this B site. The defensive attack hasn't met full force in towards that Sentinel utility. Meanwhile, across the map, Arctech and Cheezel come to grips with each other, and it's Arctech that is the victor. Neural theft has been ripped, and that's going to be the information they need as Neo keeps themselves alive, dashing forward and able to take down Bubbles. That's the Sentinel just done away with. Ape Sudo now, the danger player for the orange team. So much to do. Rolling Thunder in hand for them now. They'll be waiting. If Arctech's able to capitalize, they are able to do so. They do away with the last ultimate online for the orange team. This is a perfect position for the black team to fight back here. This is exactly what they needed. Cosmic Divide available here as well.
Funnel into a choke. They're peeking out sight now aggressively. Swifty gets it, and Neil Genre finishes it off. A pretty clean round there. All the attackers just taking it into their own hands. It's what we're talking about before. The individual performances. They step up when they need to. Neil Genre, yet again, gets his 2. And that's what matters. When the game is hard, they clutch it up. And we've seen that when one round is taken, it doesn't look... It often chains into more. And that's what we need to see here. They need to clutch up one more round. One more time. This is what we need to see as a pause. Rest in peace.
We've got a disconnected Cheezel Weasel, so I'm sure they'll be back very shortly. Cheezel's currently 17 assists on the KO.
Yeah, if we take stock of some ultimates here, we do have Breach ult and Deadlock ult available. And we're 1 off Cheezel Weasel's ult, assuming he reconnects. So I think this is a round that you really want to close it out. I mean, obviously you want to close it out anyway. You don't want to go to overtime. But if you are the defending team right now, you have the ultimates you need to be able to close this round out. You have the ultimates you need to be able to take it to game 2 straight away, to stop thinking about Pearl. And if you don't convert on that this round, that's when it gets a little bit harder. The Tehu ult is the only counter. The Astra ult not as effective as both Deadlock and Breach ult.
Yeah, they're going to want to...
Going to be out the stratting.
I think they're going to want to invest that fairly on here. They might just want to suss out where each of the defensive players are. Looks like we're ready to go.
Yeah, we do. I want to see if they have any lineups, maybe. Using that KO knife to find a Deadlock ult, potentially. Or...
But Annihilation and Rolling Thunder online for the Orange team means that they've got the utility that they need to really both disrupt a plant, but also set up for a dangerous retake here.
100%. 2 seconds to the round starts here, and look at that B aggression here. When all goes wrong, they seem to hit B. It's just how it goes, and Ape Suit is gonna spot it, understand it. Hey, we're in a bit of trouble here. Get your asses over here. Look at that A rotation. A little bit slow, though. Lil Pluto, not convinced, but that's going to be convincing there.
Great investment of the Armageddon. Forces Apes to do off the line. Only 30 health left for them. The Annihilation hits through the Cosmic Divide, but that's not going to be enough. They do away with that because they don't push in through the utility. The spike will get planted, but Specs draws first blood. Down goes Bubbles, and now 2 regressing deepest sight. The Rolling Thunder sets Apes to do, but it doesn't matter. Concussed. He goes down. So does Deegs, and the black team now in a 1v4. They even it out on the back of some heroic performance there from Neoigni, who, whilst completely concussed, fights back the full wave of the retake from the Orange team.
All game long, this guy has the clutch factor. He has that ability, he's that dog in him, man. He knows when to slide in, get the headshots. He takes the kills, and he clutches around out for his team with a massive 3K. Saves the game despite a brilliant breach ult. Hitting everyone on the B site. Absolutely everyone on the B site there. That breach ult. And he goes, I can aim anyway. My screen's just a little bit blurry. He gets him. He gets him out. Takes the headshots. And now we're looking at an overtime in really, really close game state. I've no idea who's ahead. Both teams just punching back, hitting hard.
Both teams of players not interested in going to the next game. They want to fight hard for it. Wattage Wednesday MVP race points on the line, and they're playing like it.
Most important points, it's well known. And they're going to take art control here, as that Astra Smoke is going to cover them. Cypher Cam, not going to see anything, tries to find through it. 3 people are going to peek him at once, and it's just a bit too much. I'm only able to trade out the 1. Now the Smoke's going to come through. Look at that A control from the attacking team. The defenders are just locked out, but Ape Sudu. Yeah, it's his, as he always does.
They go back and forth here as the game starts to settle out. Spike will move over towards Ape Sudu, who's taking full control of Art. Ball stops any push back in through there. They're still not aware that Swifty is here on site to fight it. Manages to avoid the grab net, but that's not going to matter. Neoigni pushes straight through the smoke. Ape Sudu with a 3K for the round. And the Orange team get first chance at match point in this overtime period.
Match point.
All right. So we want play-by-play now this round. I'll do play-by-play this round. We can swap each round.
Nah, it's all yours.
All right. Fair. All right. Take us away. 18 seconds left until this round start. How's this opening looking? They're going to get back to mid yet again. So they keep hitting. All right. Let me clear my throat. It's going to be a bloodbath up here in mid. Look at that Sova positioning up through window there. 4 players on the blue team and 3 players on the yellow team. They all want this fight. This mid control is vital. As Cheese always peeks out, Swifty doesn't peek yet. Nero's going to be first, but Swifty with the patience able to get his. He gets more than his. Gets 2 there. Mello gets 1 in return. Gets a 2nd in return. And suddenly this round is turned into a 2v3. Despite the patience from Swifty. And on match point, this is not what you want to be seeing. We're in a lot of trouble. They're stuck in spawn. Look at that. They cannot walk up.
To regather their thoughts here. They have to play in perfect harmony to even the numbers out.
Not sure where the spike's going to be coming here. Look at that deadlock on B. She's in the wrong spot. Sorry, in the wrong spot, but they have gambled correctly. 2 players on A to match the 2. of the attacking team, but no one holding A main. Abe Sudo going to be first point in contact, and he spots Specs. Plays it slow, plays it smart, doesn't want to peek it again.
No peeking.
Specs trying to force him out, trying to get aggressive here, and the plant's going down. Now the time pressure comes on, now the deadlock comes rotating through, and Neil's the first to make the mistake. Gets cleaved down by Abe Sudo, bullets through his spine. Now Specs in a 1v3 scenario with 12 HP, and a very, very, very ballsy dream. An ambitious dream at that, too ambitious for even a player of his caliber to take. 12-14, and defenders win the ground and the game.
Orange team with a great little comeback there. They had their backs against the wall for so much of that, but the fight, the spirit in these teams was palpable. It was on display for us. We had an absolute treat. 32, 20, and 6 performance for Abe Sudo. 31 and 16 from Swifty as well. Both players doing their very best for their teams. Abe Sudo with 5 first bloods there as well.
It was amazing. I just realized I totally forgot to be an observer when I was meant to be color caster, so thank you for doing that for me. I totally forgot.
That's so good, man.
I was so locked in. Oh, man. Yeah, that's really fun. I enjoyed that so much. That was good.
Good, man. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed that. It's a fun little challenge. It's a fun little process. We've been
definitely. Yeah. You know what is tough?
Yeah.
What is tough as play-by-play? I'm sorry, this is like this nerdy talk for anyone who just wants to watch Valorant. What is tough as play-by-play is making space for color caster, man. I swear it's so hard.
It is hard.
It's such a tough skill, and I'd love to. I'd really love to be able to, but
it's also a style thing as well. So typically for myself, as the last 30 seconds of the round kicks off, I want to go. You know, so
yeah, okay, I gotcha.
So, but it's just one of those things, right? Like everyone's got those preferences around it. But we've also got some really, really good casters in our region, man. Some really good.
No, I'd love to talk to them.
He's done a lot of work for our region, and you know, we're very lucky because the overlay that we're using on stream right now was built by one of our community casters, by Atlas Cast. Shout out to Atlas, who's an absolute.
He was actually
legend.
how I got into this, by the way. How I got
there
into the community casting, so I reached out to him.
What a legend!
I've seen K everywhere. K-Man is absolutely everywhere on the server.
Yeah, and just personally, I don't mean to be biased, but Merlin might just be one of my favorite casters in the region. Both personality and skill, I think Merlin could actually take over the scene. So we're pretty lucky to have so many good, passionate people in the region. We got another game to go. You good for a second?
Oh, of course, man. Of course, I'm fired up for a second. I can't wait for a second. That was good fun.
Excellent.
Would you like to? Is it okay for you to keep observing while I'm color casting?
100%, man. No, I was just about to say to you, you have the full play-by-play for this game. I'm happy to take a back seat.
Okay, thank you.
A full day of work's taking it out of me. So.
I had a full day of going to the beach actually, so that was my day.
Yeah, a very merry fuck you to you. All right. So that's second game of the agent draft you've seen. It's a bit of a different format. It's not a competitive format, I guess, but I mean, one of the benefits is you get to see some pretty weird and funky comps come together, or agents get played on maps that they would never get played on otherwise. What are your general thoughts on the format? What works? What doesn't work?
Well, I'll tell you, my first general thought is that Teo is pretty fucking good, man. That champ's pretty good. That was a thought that definitely occurred to me a few times now while we watched. I think this is an extremely interesting format. Like, genuinely, I think this is... I'm shocked it isn't competitive. I think this is a very cool format. I think one of the big things that's lacking about Valorant esports, I watched a lot of it, is generally that the draft phase is so sleeper. Holy, it's sleeper. The only thing you ever see that's interesting is if someone team picks double duelist.
Yeah.
That's the only ever thing that happens. And some guy's playing ISO when he usually plays like fucking KO. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, damn.
I think one of the hard things about this format being competitive is that, you know, for professional teams, the map pool is the variance, right? And
yeah, that's true.
I think having to learn comps and strats for each of these maps, most teams, particularly at tier 2 level and tier 2 and tier 3 level, most teams have either an auto ban because they just don't scrim it, they just aren't prepared for it, or they go, this isn't worth the time in trying to get into, and they'll have that permaban so that they can lead more heavily into the others. And so it's so hard to put enough time into each of the maps and the compositions that you need to run for each of them, that adding an agent draft to that would complicate it so much. And I think that's one of the things, that difference between, you know, the games that do run a draft like Dota and LoL, it's the same map every time.
Yeah, 100%. Actually, I didn't consider that at all. So the thing I didn't consider, and it makes so much sense right now, is player OHS. And I think it might be the most sadistic thing you could possibly do, to make them learn 10 different executes for 10 different agent compositions for every single map they could possibly play. Like, that sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
So I'm low-key glad this format doesn't exist in professional play. Because I like my pretty executes, man. I like it when the jet smokes, there's like 4 jet smokes in the perfect spots. I'm like, oh my goodness, and there's a breach on there, and then there's the flashpoint, and oh my god.
Yeah, I agree. It's one of the best things about organized play, right?
Yeah, 100%. Saved from Tejo tyranny.
Correct. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that quite a bit from now on Wattage Wednesdays until he is tuned down a little bit. That'll be a targeted Yoru ban as well. Stick our current resident Yoru main. We've had a few deadly Yoru mains over the years on Wattage Wednesday, but he is without a doubt our current Yoru terror.
Do you know what the real reason that I'm happy about the Teo ban is?
Mm-hmm.
Now there's no character they can pick. Well, I'll be confused at what I'm looking at. Now I will know. Now I will know. Every single one, I know what they do now. We're chilling. We're cooking.
With no need to press F1 mid-game to get a rundown.
Oh, you can do that, huh? Yeah. I should have done that one. That would have been useful. He's throwing the thingy here, and it's actually going to... All right. There's a neon. Let me look at the black team roster.
Welcome on in to everybody. If you are new here, appreciate you spending your Wednesday night with us. I'm joined by Tweet TV for this, our cast of Wattage Wednesday Agent Draft Valorant. If you're new here, what you're looking at on your screen is our Agent Draft format. Along the top of the screen are the bans for each team. The orange team on the right, the black team on the left, and then their picks. You can see the ordering of each of those picks just in the middle here. You can see the red and blue ladder, which shows you the order in which they're going to be taking their turns and the current turn that we're up to. So we're currently waiting the black team to make a second ban for the game before going straight into their second pick. Starting to see a bit of a strategy come together for the orange team here. They're not interested in allowing a second duelist as they pick up the Reyna and then ban away the Yoru in the Phoenix. Thoughts on that there, Tweet?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing that I'm noticing here is if you're removing duelists from a situation, again, it's the same thing we saw used to great effect last game. You're also removing the best flashbangs, frankly. Like, Phoenix Flash is gone. Euro Flash is gone. And those are the two best ones. You got Reyna Lear, which is good for setup. And on a map with really long angles like this, super long sight lines down B, and with really tight angles that you want to be flashing out of, we're talking about Link, we're talking about Art, I think these flashbang characters are very valuable. So I wouldn't be shocked if Vise is prioritized now. I wouldn't be shocked if we're seeing, like, Sky as well.
Yeah, there's still plenty of forward information as well. Fade has a particularly good setup here on Pearls, so you know the use of the Prowlers to clear in through Art and some of the tighter angles, deeper behind Art and behind B Link. You know, you get some value out of that, but not just that. The Horn opens up many of the high angles within those locations as well. So wouldn't be surprised if both teams start to look for an opportunity to pick up or ban away the Fade here, as both second selections come through.
We have the solo queue terrorist comp on the left side there. That's your solo queue comp of nightmares. You load into the game and you have 2 insta-locks and it's like, all right, guess we just FF. Like, that is not what you want to be seeing. But I do have faith, I'll be honest. After the just raw gameplay ability that I was displayed to me in the last game that we just watched, I have faith in this. I think this could cook.
Yeah, I mean, it's somewhat it's somewhat reminiscent of the original Double Dive comp that we saw with the Jet Rays,
True.
but with Neon being so good right now, even post nerf, you get somewhat of an opportunity with that, but also you get the value of the long range operator in the hands of the Jet as well. So
Jet, yeah.
great second pickup here for them, and for the Orange team to get their hands onto the side for the Astra. They're going to be very happy with the way their draft has started as well. I would be very surprised if they're competing for initiators here. Both teams hoping to do slightly different things. Black team may just be looking to pick up the Breach with their next pick, and it might be the Sova for the Orange team. No, here it comes. You called it.
Okay.
You wanted the rank terrorist list for the Black team. They are hard committing.
Yeah, I mean, the best part about this now is that you ban Breach and what next, right? Like,
oh, no. So the rest of the team comp is Deadlock and Chamber. That's it. That's the rest of the team comp.
Actually. You're right. That is something to be fair, I'll be honest. I would love to see that. I want to see no smokes.
Yeah.
Just fucking right clicks.
I think the worst thing is that, you know, I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure the 5 duelist comp is undefeated on Wattage Wednesday. So
honestly, I believe that 5 duelist comps are menacing. They're scary.
Yeah,
because there's that mental warfare aspect of them as well, where you start losing to it, and it's like, are we actually losing to this? So is this what's happening? As we see, the Omen is picked up though, so it's not as feral as I was first imagining.
No, but I mean, the benefit of taking the Omen here is the paranoia and the near sight that brings. That really tunnels the angles in which the defensive team can hold, particularly when the Black team attack here. True. So if anything, it's going to do two things. It's going to activate the lurk for them if they really want to aggressively push and try and set up crunches. If they can play a little bit deeper, don't be surprised if they actually do pick up a chamber here, both for the flank watch and for the second operator. But also to be able to play deeper on that and allow potentially a crunch to occur more regularly on defense.
I think we're the only flaw I'm seeing is that we're pushing into Scythe of Vise now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really tough. There's a lot of emphasis on they're going to have to execute together in a very coordinated fashion. So if all 3 duelists can go in at the same time. That's something they can do. But it's going to be on whether or not they're coordinated enough to be able to overload the mental stack of the Cypher and the Vise. Like, they're going to need to execute these sites really, really well for this comp to work. That's a very difficult comp to play.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think, you know, the Black team, whilst starting on defense here, is probably the most problematic part of this team composition, because they're gonna have to push forward and do away with those Cypher tripwires, or full commit to retakes every site and just play attack for 13 rounds.
Tell you what, it's gonna be exciting to watch though. Like, we are gonna be seeing the most freaky peaks on defense you can possibly. I bet you that one of these kids buys Sheriff first round. One of these kids peeks up A main. One of these kids peeks up B main. We're gonna have first blood coming in the first 10 seconds of the round, no matter what. There's gonna be explosive. Speaking of explosive, we see the Breach picked up.
Yeah, I mean, give us your general thoughts here. I'm gonna open up a poll for chat to let us know who they think drafted better. Is it the Orange team on the right, or was it the Black team on the left, starting on defense? Give us your final thoughts around these compositions.
Final thoughts. We're going to start with the normal one. Orange team. All right. You have very, very stock standard. The only thing that is subpar is the Reyna. Right? That is not a duelist that entry sights very well. So I would say the only thing we're missing, really, is an explosive entry. But everything else, we're talking about site lockdown, we're talking about smokes, we're talking about utility to make space. That's all there. And we go to the Black team, and we are looking at... I mean, what are we looking at there? That's an explosion... That is an explosive comp. That's what that is. You have one thing that you do. You do that one thing extremely well. It's not a very versatile thing. It is, we hit you and we hit you hard, and we hope that we shoot better. And I'm looking forward to it. What happens when unstoppable force meets immovable objects? What we're looking at here.
Yeah. Well, we are just about ready to go. I believe all players in and accounted for. We've got coaches in the coaching box.
Oh, damn.
Mellows there for the orange team. Ape Sudo for the black team.
Now I know why the draft is so psychopathic on the defenders team. We have Ape Sudo in the coaching role.
Uh-huh.
All right, let's go. I will do my best to make more space for you mid-round this game, by the way. That's something I'm going to try to do.
Hey, mate, it's all practice. But
yeah.
you can have the lead for the whole game, yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll rest my voice for 2 seconds.
We're going to see the teams come together. New players made their way in for Game 2 here, Wattage Wednesday, on this, the 22nd of January. Again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of our community. If you're enjoying yourself and you're new here, don't forget to hit that little follow button. We're here every Wednesday, the same time, 8 p.m. We start off with some cooked or cracked, some viewer submission clips, and then straight into follower games. Anybody can play, doesn't matter what skill level, doesn't matter what rank you are. You can get involved with these games. Now, with the agents starting to get locked in, Specs is back. Had a big game. Was powerful on the Teo last game. Is now picking up the Omen. Rex onto the Gecko. Meanwhile, Bubbles will be our Jet. Stick the Neon and Corner onto the Rays. Meanwhile, for the orange team, Cheezel Weasel picking up the role of the Astra, as Ark will be our Breach. Christina is back on Wattage Wednesday onto the Rainer. Cairo, the Cypher. And that'll be Deeks onto the Vice.
And Cairo's the one to watch, isn't he? Cairo is the X Factor player here. He's obviously playing a professional team. He's a Mortal 3 right
Absolutely.
now. Absolutely. Absurdly high rank.
Don't be surprised if you see a couple of people stand up, though.
No, I believe that 100%. That's what we saw last game. So that's what we come to expect here on Wattage Wednesday. Now, before the game starts, I do have a very important shout-out, which is that it's my sister's birthday today.
Hey!
I don't know if she's watching, but if she is, yeah, there you go. Anyway, 20 seconds of the round start here. And here we go. What do you expect out of this first round here? What do you expect? First 15 seconds. What do you want to see?
Yeah, I mean, they've got a complete suite of utility and an ability to isolate site. It's going to be very hard for the black team to defend, so I would like to see them play deeper into site here, or try to activate an early lurk, maybe up through A main. I know they've gathered over towards B, so I want to see them play deep as they gather 3 players in position there.
Aggressing out mid space there. It's full-on split here as that Rainer finally takes a little bit of an early peek there, and it's Specs on the receiving end of the shot. Astra trying to suck him out, but he finds a little corner there. And I don't think they know that he didn't escape, because obviously the Astra wouldn't have been alerted as Akotsu takes out Rex in mid. Now the rotate's going to come out. Let's commit A, and it's just Cairo on the receiving end of this. Or actually, sorry, no, Cairo's the one who's taking the space. Somehow A side is completely open. I've fully missed this, and what's going on here? I'm gonna have to watch this, and if there was a replay, I'd watch this.
Yeah, this is the problem with the composition, because they've had to commit so heavily over towards the B site. A has been taken completely uncontested.
Ooh, early peek from Cairo there. Whiffs a few shots uncharacteristically. Smokes for himself a stick. Rotates onto the site and is immediately cleaved down by Akotsu, who's gotten 2 for the round there. It's gonna be up to Bubbles. A lot to do. Win this round for his team. The flashpoint is effective there, and Cairo picks off, but is taken out by Specs. Bullet to the skull. Akotsu gets his 3rd, and Specs is shut down. 4th for Akotsu. Is this going to be the ace round 1? Yes, it is. Standing up, like you said. And it's not Cairo to look out for, it turns out. Akotsu knows what he's doing when he's got a gun in his hand. A brutal round to open it up.
Huge start here for the Breach. Arctech taking 5 there, making the most of the Ghost. Let's set the pace here for the orange team.
Yeah.
Really set themselves up with a great opportunity. Also on attack. It was always going to be hard for the defensive team, for the black team to start off on defense here, and it's exactly started the way we suspected.
This Neon positioning is very cheeky. We've seen this in the last game. It didn't go very well for the player who was doing this. I believe it was Specs on the receiving end of this. Is he going to get checked, though? Pluto not checking that corner. He did check the one previous, and the whiffs are coming out from Stick. Manages to get one. Somehow has gotten his man from that disgusting position in corner, now tucked away on the B site. And he's going to rotate off it as the shorty from range gets 0 value. Now going into the mid round.
Yeah, Bubbles has spotted the trip there as well, so he's probably suspicious of a re-hit back in through Art.
Bubbles is walking up behind. Doesn't actually know where Cairo's gone, though. Has a suspicion, but Cairo's on the flank. He's sniffing out the Gecko. Look at that. Top of the map there as the A-hit comes through, and Cairo's going to get his man. Bubbles goes down to the Stinger, spitting all over his corpse.
Spike planted.
Pun not intended. And now Rex, under the gun as Cairo finally gets that value that we expected and gets third for the round. Great lurk up through mid. Secure the second round there. But a bit of damage done on the economy.
Yeah, Cairo's just completely getting space for free over towards the A site. They're going to have to adjust to this fairly quickly. You know, with the 3 duelist composition here and the Dizzy available, I'd really want to see them aggressively commit to pushing out at least one of these rounds. It's a bit of a
coordination.
Yeah, this may be the round to do it as well. You've got the gun advantage. You don't want to be giving it away, so you want to be fighting in pairs here. But meanwhile, they've set up defensively, split across the map.
Oh, Stick walking out mid here. Cheezel Weasel on the right side is going to peek him first, but he whiffs the shot. Stick dashes out of there and spit on me. Bubbles finds the trade on what should have been a free kill for Cheezel. Now Cairo peeking Specs. This is the battle of the Titans, but Specs wins it out, puts a bullet in his skull. It's a Cypher, sit down. I'm putting this round into my hands. Stick is going to win that. Just frankly, he's just going to win that. And now we're in a very, very impossible position to play here. There's a bit of trash talk in the chat. You bum comes out from Lil Pluto. That's what we wanted to see.
I belong here.
Lovely round.
There's a reason we have a chat cover.
Oh.
Because unfortunately, Valorant players can't be trusted.
Oh, I'm knocking League players, to be fair. You see some stuff in that game. That was better. That was better. I still think you're right. It lacked a bit of coordination, though.
2-1 start here as Orange team now have rifles in hand. They want to be able to get the pace back, get the momentum back into their hands. It's Cairo on the lurk once more.
Same double peek here, but Bubbles peeks first and just gets his man, puts him in the dirt, buried in mid. Now Specs under a lot of pressure. They're going to aggress a little bit faster here. The breach ult is committed off your feet, but it hits no one. No one sent off the site. Christina going to take the space at the back there. Now playing in Cubby. Chilling out a little bit. Round slows down. There's Connor. Sorry. Peeking on the right side. Christina wins the gun battle and Specs in a crucial position as the crunch is just too good here. Stick slides on. Cust is the breach, but it's not good enough. Cheezel Weasel with the trade. Now 2 versus 2. The post plant is favoring the the attacking team here. You got to think they're going to be able to close this one out. Both players stuck on the site. Gecko's utility actually might be a bit too good, though. Dizzy is, Buddy, whatever his name is, little friend is broken.
Wingman.
Wingman, there we go. Cheezel Weasel going to swing on Specs, who wins, but he doesn't have time to defuse. And that's the round.
Yeah, great round there for the Orange team, who does cost them their rifles, but this will even out the economy just a little bit here.
Yeah, it's a nice round to win, too. Really nice round to win.
2 ultimates online, Ural Theft in hand, but it's that Cosmic Divide that's going to be offering or most threatening for them here. They've taken 3 of the last 4, and now an opportunity to cut a site in half and get themselves in the post plant. I'd like to see what they can do with this.
We are seeing the vulnerabilities of this comp play out a little bit. The defending team really in a lot of trouble coming in. It's going to be a lot of coaching required from Ape Sudo as we see the aggressive peek from Christina. Jumps around the corner, but Rex finds Cairo, and that's a big deal. Dizzy finds 1 too. Kotsu. Though he's blinded, peeks in the double swing from Cheezel Weasel, gets 2 by himself. 2 headshots clean. The Astra's heating up this game. Now mid control firmly in the hands of the attacking team as the game slows down.
Yeah, just bad positioning for them there, really. They throw away the early advantage that they had as Stick picks up 1 onto Arc and Cheese.
Oh, this seems balanced. I'm pretty sure it's balanced. I think we should let that in the game. No, that's pretty sick. As Sticks just heats up, gets his men. Now Specs is in a very cheeky position, actually. And is he going to get checked? I don't think he is. Oh, no, no, no. What a way to lose the round! As he cleans it out, cleans it up. And 2 players full in mid. It's just a graveyard of red team.
I survived obliteration. I will survive them.
Great positioning there from Specs that got it back for them. It was the positioning that almost did them in the end, overextending out into mid when they were not in a position to trade out or claim any of the space. It's fortunate that Specs is able to clean that up for them after it was looking a little bit disastrous.
I didn't realize this was a thing. That's kind of cute. I enjoy that. Alright, aggressive peek out here. Specs. Watch an A main, but no players on the attacking team are matching that one. Rex is going to be the one under the hammer. A lot of pressure here. Look at all 5 members. Lil Pluto peeks first, but the flashpoint wasn't there in time. Jeez, a Weasel goes down. He's heating up Rex. He wants his third, and he gets that, man. The Kotsu goes down, and that is what we want to see coming from the Gecko player. He wants more. He's not done. Can he get it, Christina? Doesn't want this fight. You do not want to fight this Gecko when he is online. Cairo makes fun of Bubbles there. Now he's in a 1v4 scenario, though.
Some quality gameplay here. The scores even out 3 apiece. All players on the board as well. Rex extremely sharp with it. Brilliant 3K there, who held Art with the extreme pressure coming forward there. One after the other after the other.
That sends a message, doesn't it, as well? If you want to push mid now, Rex is going to be in your way. That's a scary, scary man. They're going to have to invest more utility.
That goes there.
Yeah, once again, we see such a split because they've got no passive intel. They have to man every angle that they could be possibly pushing down.
Ooh, aggressive peek. Ready with a tailwind. Dash away. Doesn't get his man this time in the double peek from Cheezel Weasel. A little bit too good there.
Yeah, ready for it.
In the strategy. Now Rex,
starting to suspect that heavy push in through mid.
As they should. We do have that Thrash available. Oh my goodness, he's walked right into the choking arms of Lil Pluto. And I forgot what Breach is called.
Spike planted.
Kotsu. This time. 5 players left alive on the attacking team, 2 on the defending team. Wouldn't be surprised if they opt to save this round, but yet again, it is Specs, and this man, he likes to shoot people in the head. We'll see if he's going to do exactly just that. He's going to creep up. Smoke comes out from Astra. There's a star right there saying, do not peek this, as Cairo wants the fight, but he's not going to win it. Punished. Put in the dirt. Now they know where they are, and the stun comes through. Followed up by the aftershock, but they're just going to peek into Specs yet again. They can't flush these men out of the position.
One enemy.
Wow! Little one. See you later, corner. And finally, the position is broken. The round is ended.
I'll isolate the problem. You crush.
3 ultimates apiece here. We start to see the ultimate game. How does each team approach the challenge ahead of them? The orange team make the most of getting one back here. Empress, Cosmic Divide, both online.
They're not actually doing the mid-track this time. If you look at what the defending team are doing, Jet isn't trying to peek out aggressively.
Yeah,
just punished too hard.
The threat of it alone now has done the damage. They've had to commit 2 into that B-link location.
Oh, look at Akatsu here. He wants this kill. Neon peeks him with the classic, and suddenly information is gathered. All 4 players peeking down B main. Our spot on the stick is just going to blast into the night. Finds absolutely nothing, and now Rex with a lot of work to do, but we've seen him do it before. There's the Mosh. Buys himself a little bit of time as the Astra gets her value. Bubbles goes down. Now Rex in a 1v5 position on site. Omen only to back him up, but he's 10,000 years away. They can't even hear the plant going down.
Spike planted.
We do have Thrash if he should choose to use it. He's going to peek out first.
Last
Christina
standing.
finds a crack shot there, and Rex peeks for half a frame.
He's able to do away with their demon duo there. Now Specs with too much to do on their own, I think.
Okay. See you later. Christina jumps around the corner, sprays his feet, and says, see you later. 3-5 for us. We'll take your round. Great shot. I'd love to see a replay on that shot from Christina there. That was...
Oh, that's right. I've got a replay function. I forgot about that.
I do.
I should probably remember that more often. I'm not gonna lie.
Potentially, yeah. Wait, I mean, I can't see it. Wait, I'm watching you. Now following what's the matter?
There we go.
All right, here we go. 5 seconds left in the round there, and this time Jet is actually going to peek out aggressively. Got a little bit bored of not doing that. She wants to fight again. Never mind. Mid space taken. Look at this A contest. Now it's Christina just on B. Fighting against corner. The spike is actually on B side here. Neon is just up in mid somehow. Yet again, she's a weasel though. Is not able to land the shots in his punish. Corner, meanwhile, on the B site has found his man. Little Pluto. Too much work to do here. The Jet coming to back it up. Neon coming to back it as well. The Avengers rolling up, and somehow Pluto managed to get a trade, but the round is over. What a fight. That's the game. That's the round right there.
That's exactly what we alluded to at the start of the game, though, right? Is you've got 3 attackers, and you are going to have to do 2 things. You're either going to have to attack by retaking the entire time on defense, or you need to activate those duelists onto a heavy lurk. It's exactly what they did. It's the first time that in pairs they've pushed up through A. They get the first exchange, and Neon's release. They do away with the tripwire, and all of a sudden the threat from behind is real.
And how fast are their rotations as well. So one of the great things about this Jet Neon is that they can go to that pressured site really, really quickly and be there to back up. Corner, in that case, this time. Gonna need to back him up again. Bubbles in trouble this time. 3 players walking down B. Dashes forward. Hello.
That may have been a misclick.
This time, Corner needs to find the man. Christina is brutal, lethal on this angle. Doesn't choose to peek it this time. Specs has ended up in a flank. But Kairo's caught on. Look at this. Look at this. Kairo's caught on, but he gets punished, and the spike is now in an unretrievable position. Christina is completely isolated. Do they know where she is? I don't think they do. The utility comes out from Ray's stick. Dashes forward and gets one. Christina goes down. She's a weasel. Kind of a dangerous position right now. And find her in a 1v4. How have we ended up here? Yet again. Hello, Cheezel.
Need that back.
There's a bit of bite left in him. No one likes to save here on the What's the Wednesday, it turns out. What are we looking at? Just shoot each other, gentlemen. Cheezel goes down. Rex. Want to pick up the kill, and the teabag comes through. Interesting.
Can't help but think that they've figured out the formula there. Specs very quickly found themselves into a flanking position.
Yeah.
Straight up through B link and into in through mid shops.
That's an excellent point, actually. It is the flanks that are opening up these rounds, isn't it?
It's the only thing they've got going for them, and they have to be able to dispatch those very deep tripwires of the Cypher. The counter to this now, the counter to this for the Orange team is to play even deeper. Play back, hope for the push through your trap, and see if you can't punish the over rotation.
So we'll see if we do that then. It's going to be a fast flank, but I don't think they're adapting to it at all, right? Just getting another B hit. They're just doing the same strat. Depends on how slow this Astra is. Astra has so much work to do. Needs to find these 2 flanking players. Mid control yet again.
They're making so much noise over towards B. This might just draw the attention though.
We'll have the showstopper, and this could be big. This could be massive. Plant goes down. Showstopper has been used and gets the man. Spike plants are killed. Now in a 4v5 retake scenario, the swarm is coming through. All the B players, all the A players rotating over to B, and Bubbles takes out Lil Pluto. Stick takes out Christina, and the site is just a death match. But it's all favoring the defending team as Cairo steps up. Says, no, I will take a foothold on this round, but it's immediately kicked out from underneath, and his Specs on the flank takes Cheezel Weasel to the grave.
Gun here.
The fuse is going to come through. It's like you said. They didn't play deep enough, did they?
Yeah, I mean, there's an adaptation to be made for sure. If anything, they went away from what they've got working for them. They removed the tripwire that holds restaurant and mid top for them, and they played it deeper over towards B, which suggests a hard rush on towards the B side, but you do so, you run straight to a showstopper, and the round is dismantled for you.
Well, this is the round they need to win. You got 4 ultimates available. You're looking at last round before the swap. We're looking economically. Full buy for both teams. This is a very winnable round. They need to find this adaptation. It's the last round they can do it. And it's going to be another aggressive play as the Odin spam swings around the corner and gets one. Christina feeling aggressive, feeling good, feeling cracked. Finds hers. Now Cairo in a bit of trouble as Bubbles wants this kill. And it's just a scrap fest. Christina gets another. Now Bubbles, too much work to do. Raze and Bubbles. Sounds like a special cocktail, but in this case, it's just going to be impossible to win. Ooh, primary's jam, but it doesn't matter when you got the blade storm out. Still have Cypher ult, still have Astral. There's the Astral. Finds one, actually. This might be a cooked or cracked clip. Imagine he wins this. Look at the kniving. Look at the kniving. They want him to walk through that. They're already spamming it. Look at that. He doesn't have the spike. Bubbles isn't taking the bait. Look at them, dude. Jump peek around the corner. And this is the quality of gameplay we expect. And they found the adaptation. That's the round.
That was the classic Simpsons reference of, I'm just going to do this, and if you just happen to get stabbed, well, then that's on you. Great round there as they round it up 6 apiece. It's an even half as they flip sides. And now we get to see the triple duelist composition attack. Can they do it? 6 on defense is solid for that team comp.
Yeah, right? That's exactly what I was thinking. It's terrifying to go into this half now without a lead as the team not playing 3 duelists. Clear my throat yet again.
Well, it is going to be the Sentinel setup over towards the B site. No mid presence. It's an interesting decision. It might just pay off.
Oh, here we go. Here comes the fast execute. Stick, not wasting any time, uses that wall to get onto the site, straight into the vise, and straight into the spray. Lethal of a Kotsu. Gets 2 specs, desynced with the rest of his team, who are now left with nothing to do. Running around like headless chickens aimlessly. Weren't able to execute on the site, and now they're about to be executed in this round.
Well, we did say that they were going to play like ranked players. Straight off the rip, they run it down. They run straight into the utility of the Vice. Christina's going to clear up corner here.
Oh, okay. Bubbles managed to trade it out, though. He's got a little bit more to do here as the Cypher can distracts him and Cheese Weasel swings. Nice little setup there. Finish off the kill. Rex has done this before. I never trust that this round is done until it's done, and Kyra actually finds it through the smoke. Great round there. The
7-6.
Able to stop those in the tracks.
Yeah, I think teams often confuse the terms aggressive with turn my brain off, and the second that the barrier goes, run.
Just inting. Yeah.
So, unfortunately, you do that, and you play straight into the the actual benefit of playing someone like Vice, which is separating a Neon from the pack that they've run ahead of.
Yeah, Vice is killing it in this game. I think the Vice utility is going to be... I mean, it's going to be so hard. They need to identify where the Vice is, but they have no way of gathering that information, as we see Stick yet again just going to sprint it down. No information gathered, but he wants to fight. He has a Bucky in hand and 5 HP to work with. She's a Weasel. Manages to take first blood. Bubbles. Over swings. Again, it's just not coordinated enough. There's a skirmish down B main, there's a skirmish in mid, and there's a skirmish in spawn all at the same time. Every single one of them actually seems to be going the way of the attacking side. What the hell is going on, man? What are we seeing?
Well, they know exactly where they are. Now it's just going to come down to who wins the exchange.
Look what the spike is!
One enemy remaining.
We're just fighting in mid, and Nakotsu swings on the flank, gets his 2. What just happened? The spike is chilling in B main, and there's 10 guys in mid.
Who needs to plant when you can just shoot? Apparently,
that is the lifestyle of this Neon player. I'm not convinced on the movement tech we're seeing.
Yeah, there's definitely other ways that you can try to slowly work some space and trade heavily, you know, which does favor you as the attacking team. But instead, the Neon is choosing to face check every corner at fast pace.
Slow is not in the vocabulary of the orange team, of the black team. Sorry, that's not something they know how to do. Corner. Just peeks that, and he stops watching the angle, Christina. Nakotsu somehow finds a kill with a Bucky. Now Christina in a lot of trouble. She needs to really step it up there. She's getting hit. 3 players at once, although there is an Odin. And the man wielding it is not afraid to show that power. Not afraid to be called an Odin sympathizer, an Odin crutcher. Just wants those kills. Corner. Gonna stay up in a very aggressive spot here. Has that Sheriff.
Reheat here could be good, especially if the Omen's able to activate.
Ooh, but it's not, because the Odin spam is a little bit too good. The double swing just not in time, and Corner missed the shot when it matters. Now all the players walking with their knives out. Cheese a Weasel doing a little bit of fun spam. And is that 2 Odins, or what am I eyes seeing?
Nope, that
I
is
do not.
that is 2 Odins.
Ooh, I'd like to see 3. I'd like to see 3. Are we going to see 3?
2 Odins and a Bucky. I think that's the name of the official Valorant anime.
Yeah.
Goes into extending the lead here.
A horror show as well. It's not it's not an action adventure or anything.
Everything Valorant themed is horror. It's
is-
9-6 in favor of the orange team here, who also have a Cosmic Divide available for them to maybe reinvest onto a retake potentially.
Oh my gosh, look at this Odin control in mid. All 5 players on A yet again. Stick heating up first. He wants to die. That's all he's here for. And Corner's actually going to... What does this execute? Never mind, it works out. The Dizzy with a knife. The concert takes out Jet. Bubbles goes down. Now Stick is somehow in a little corner by himself. The Bucky not able to get the value of Stick. Taken out by Kairo's bullet spray.
Last player standing.
1v4.
Spike
That's
down
where we are.
A.
There's just an execute, and then they get executed. I've said it before, but that's what's happened in this game. It's just not clean enough. It's not coordinated enough. This Kyra is messing with him. And he actually is punished. There's a nice one to come out. This could be a winnable round for the defenders.
Yeah, this is definitely getting out of hand here. Cheese Weasel currently 16-9. Arctech 15-9. 10-6 lead for the orange team here.
I'm starting to think these Waddy points might not be as prestigious as you are. As you might have implied, because these teams are... They really are. They're full tryhard with the knifing. That's for sure. Maybe you get more points for knife kills.
Well, there are ad hoc points for as I decide. So
Fair.
maybe we'll make it a 3 knife. No, I don't. I want them to actually play the game.
That's a good game here as we see Neon sliding out through B main, trying to get aggressive, trying to find that angle. Has found 0 value so far in this round. Stick needs to make a name for themselves.
I'm out of here.
Never mind. He's running the full on direction, saying, I'm out of here. And out of here he is. Gonna bait his teammates instead as Jet wants to walk up on site. Bubbles getting aggressive, but there's 2 people holding him in a cross angle with a disgusting tripwire setup. Christina was not able to spam off it. Kotsu finds first blood. It's Stick yet again. Look at that flank position. Number 9. Dizzy up in the air. Gets a big blind. Bubbles taken out. And it's just a horror. Yet again. Absolute horror movie. 2 Odins and a Bucky. Like we said. That's all you need. The spam is good. But not good enough. The knife comes out. Christina, she wants blood. She wants to kill Rex. Not good enough.
It's the 2nd knife kill in a row for Christina here. This really is the weakness of going for a comp like this. I don't think it works on Pearl, to be honest. I think it's a really hard map to run 5 duelists on, or even, you know, like you're not even going at the pace of 5 duelists. You're going 3 duelists and a bit extra.
I think at the point where one of the enemy players is getting more kills with their knife than they are with their gun, and you are getting farmed, like you are 6-11, it's not even close, that's the point where you got to start going back to the drawing board. You see the flashpoint comes out, it's going to be a 5-man peek. He's actually peeking into 5, but the flashbangs aren't good as Stick with the Bucky finally gets first blood. Congratulations to the Bucky judge. Oh my god. Have we reverted to cavemen? What are we looking at? Now it's going to be Bubbles heating up versus Cairo. Needs to reload, whiffs the shots. The Neuro Theft comes through. I wouldn't be shocked if they actually clutch this round out. Bandits, Cairo peeks on sight, gets his, but Rex trades it out. Now, in a very winnable position. Reyna, up through A main, is going to peek into Rex, waiting hands. But Christina wins the fight, like she always does.
Last player standing.
Knife in hand or gun in hand, she's just as lethal either way. Walking up on site, Stick on the right side, peeking through left and slides out, gets the kill. Stick finally stands up when it matters most, 7-11. They sell good Slurpees though. Anyway. All right. We might have lost Waddy. There's a potential.
Oh no, sorry, still here.
We located him.
The old age is getting to me. It happens.
This is so fair.
Yeah, the senility, I have to fight it off on a regular basis. 5 ultimates available for the black team here, who really need to be invested in it to make the most of winning that one back here. And Stick who pushes forward and takes down Cheese.
This is not something that should be legal. This should be a crime. You should be arrested for that. Your account should be banned. But it works. It works out. The headshot comes through, and I guess Neon can just do that. But Christina gets hers. Specs goes down, and the fade away. Still alive. The Lear comes through. The Gecko utility's not good enough to force her out. She dodges the ultimate from the Raze, and now in a 1v1, the Blast Pack's not going to find anything. Christina finds a third. She's too good for it. Oh no, don't do it. Oh, they're just being friends. They're just friendly. They just love each other. Never mind, the gun comes out. Get to the head. See you later, Akatsu. We're here to be violent. We're here to be mean. Stick is gonna
I think completely misunderstood. They were just going for a high five. That's all it was.
Yeah, that's all it was. And then the pistol came out, and it looked like a London street fight.
Correct. It's 12-7 here. 5 match points in hand for the orange team. Black team just finding themselves in tough situations and maybe giving them away for free. Neo going all the way through into Link and giving away first blood. Not what the team needs.
I don't even want to know what he's going to do with the shorty, man. I don't even want to know. I don't want to see what we're about to see on this Neon screen. Let's watch this.
Good.
Yeah. And here we go. Charging down B main. Gonna take space on B side aggressively. Not clearing corners. The Jetto actually manages to get two. But what's in the wrong guy here is Bubbles. Wins the shots when it matters in corner there to trade. Suddenly, we're in a very winnable position. Are we going to go 8-12? Jules Comp, they're making it work for it. Pyro gets taken out by the slide in Neon. The sloppy slider, as we like to call him.
It's amazing what happens when you play in a position that you actually can get traded. The black team making the most of their bodies to win another round here. Still 4 match points for the orange team. 3 ultimates, including Rolling Thunder and the Cosmic Divide. They just need to keep themselves in a position to make the most of it. Either play really aggressively as a complete unit to try and meet an aggressive force with another aggressive force, or just play deep enough and play retake. You got 2 of the best retaking ultimates in your arsenal right now.
And the question is, when does this get scary? When does 8 rounds turn into 9, turn into 10, as we see the Neon yet again peeking up, aggressively taking that space aim in? It hasn't worked for them many times, but when it works, it really works. It's the breach ult this time to force them out as Akatsu is first blood, and when they get first blood, they usually get second blood, something we see with Jules Comp. When they smell blood in the water, they like to lap it up. Kyra this time now, under pressure on site. This is the man you want, though. Hitting the Cypher site is where you want to be. Spam comes through the wall, but it's not good enough, and Stick taken out. Christina gets specs, and suddenly this 5v4 has turned into a 4v3. Cheese Weasel on the flank versus Rex. Has a stinger in hand, not what you want. Doesn't matter, this plays Caliber. It's proven. Bubbles on the flank, though. Takes out little Pluto, and that's what I'm talking about. Looking like a 9-12 Kyra with way too much work to do, as if we just seen Thrash used to stun our own Raze. We have just seen Thrash used to stun our own Raze, and we're going to lose the round. Oh my goodness, this is not something I have expected to see on the Wattage Wednesday.
The throw is through. Kyra is going to stick this as well. It's going to hold it for the win. Corner's not going to challenge it. I'm not sure about that one.
What am I looking at? What am I looking at?
The game
went
goes
positive.
The game goes the way of the orange team. Somehow. Okay. There it is.
Hey, pleasure casting with you. That was great. That really was. Stick topped the lobby.
You love to see it.
This Neon player is unhinged.
You love to see mindless Neon play. No, Stick did well to adjust to what was happening, but too good from the orange team. 13-8 final scoreline, game 2 here. Tweet, it's been a pleasure, mate. Thank you so much for casting with me. Yeah,
no worries, no worries. I really love this. This is great fun.
Excellent, mate. Excellent. Well, I mean, here's your chance. Everyone's still in chat as well. Give us a plug. Let us know, where can we find you? Where can we follow you?
Yes.
How does everyone know what's going on in the world of Tweet TV?
So you can find me on Tweet TV on YouTube. I've got about 2,500, a little bit less than 2,500 subscribers. Join in that. It's fun. I release content whenever I think of it. So hopefully a lot more soon. I'm going to be releasing a lot more in the next 6 months. I don't stream on Twitch yet, but I'm planning to. I'm going to be doing a lot more League of Legends casting. I'm probably going to cast the LPL, which is the Chinese League of Legends scene. I'm going to try and set up a cast for that. So if you're interested in that, come watch me. I might do it live on Twitch. Hopefully I'll be back around. You might see me in a few more events around the OC Community Cast server. Any Valorant event I'd like to get my hands on. I had a really, really good time today. So Might see me back here, might see me anywhere else. But yeah, Tweet TV on YouTube. That's where you want to find me. I'm on Twitch too, but main one's YouTube.
Well, again, mate, thank you so much. Thanks for taking up the opportunity. We'll definitely have you back in the future as well. Appreciate you, mate.
I'd love to be back. Love to be back.
Have a great night, and I'll see you later.
Yeah, you too, man. Have a great stream. That was good fun. See you around.
Whilst we're on YouTube, I've just put the link for Tweets and their YouTube page in there. Whilst we're on the topic of YouTube, make sure you get yourself over to the Valorant Kitchen and Stackmandu, who has started content again, and it is fucking banger. You need to be getting over there, get into the how to play Split Like a Pro. Stacky is building Premiere cookbooks to help you and your Prem teams succeed every week. So I think he's dropped the Haven one tonight or today at some point, but he's also doing videos around it as well. So go and support our boy Stackmandu. Subscribe if you're not already. Who's going to be putting, I think, a lot more content out over the next couple months, and we're very lucky to have that. Otherwise, that is everything for tonight, chat. Thank you so much for playing. I hope you had fun. Did everyone enjoy themselves for Wattage Wednesday tonight? Thank you for the games, Woody. Thank you, Cheese. Thank you for all the work that you do behind the scenes. Everyone have their roles. You've got the website going for us all the time. You're always fixing the bot. You built the bot. You built the webpage. Appreciate you, Cheese. Happy Spider, welcome on in. I hope you enjoyed your time with us. And, you know, if you enjoyed what you see, if you're keen for a little bit more, don't forget to hit that little follow button. It'll be really appreciated. Silence, thank you for the follow. It's very kind of you. Again, we're back the same time every week from 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. Everyone's welcome to play. And that's about it. I will update the leaderboard for the Wattage MVP race. Remember, there is a $100 Valorant voucher up for grabs for the winner of this contest. So it's never going to be too late as well. There's plenty of ad hoc points available. If you can get yourself in, get yourself submitting cooked or cracked clips, there's great ways to earn points there as well. But we'll be back same time next week. In the meantime, look after yourself, stay safe, be kind to one another, and until next time, bye.